baphulaphuli, namhlanje silapha eBerlin apho khona kuzabe kusenzeka umdyarho wamahashe. Njengoba sibona ke apha ngasemva ezinye zezinto abazathi bazisebenzise sezigqityiwe. Bazasithatha through ke abaququzeleli bomdyarho lona wamahashe uzabe usenzeka ngoLwesihlanu, apho khona bazasixelela khona uba zintoni eziza kwenzeka, zintoni thina singabantu abazabe beze kulo mdyarho esizilindeleyo.
The event officially starts off on Friday with golf day that is taking place by Port Elizabeth. We then have two events that are taking place concurrently up at the race course. Those are free entry events. We opted to make it Berlin November not to be fully focused on making money or having people pay money to come in. That one it has services on wheels, where we've requested the government to come to the people instead of having people go to government, especially abalapha komandevana komalita, because we all know you go to home affairs, you have to spend hours waiting to get service. That thing costs time and money from citizens. So we have the Department of Labor that will be coming. They said we must stress out that everyone that has COIDA issues, UIF issues, they will be able to assist to those on site. Department of Health as well will be gracing us. We also have another entity that will be doing screenings TV. So that is one of the things that we are very much proud about, because it's one of the services that takes time for people to get access to because of the waiting periods and. So for it to be done on site, we are very much happy about that. That makes us to say to people they must try to arrive early for it, because even on the day it's not like us asking, can I do this, and then you move on. I'm sure there are certain preparations that must be done to someone before they can go through that X-ray. So the earlier people arrive for it, the better. The other one then taking place on Friday again, will be having food festival. We've requested vendors to apply. They've applied so far. I think we've got about over 15 that will be participating at the vendor festival. It's free as well. We've made it so much that as you are waiting to be assisted for the services on wheels, you can then go through the vendors, buy food, snacks, whichever they want to buy. Over and above that, there will also be some entertainment. As you are waiting, enjoying that snack that you bought, there's something that is playing there. You can have some entertainment. We have local artists for that one. So that is all that is taking place on Friday. Then the main day is on Saturday. We kick off Saturday with a race that we have about over 130 horses that have applied. Then we have on that far side, for the first time, we have a kids fun fair. That's another one that we are proud, because for us it says we care about our patrons. Hotman, as you can see, he's an adult. At his youth, or even he was stressed about when he has to attend these events, you have to worry about your kids and. So it's one of the mitigating factors to say you can come with your children if you can organize someone else that will go back home with them, and then you can stay and enjoy the event. It's free to enter the kids fun fair. You then only have to pay for each machine or fun ride that you want to partake on. Then it will be the entertainment as well, will be taking place at this summer garden, then the free one on that other side. Then it's the marquees, the entertainment, then the night ends. On Sunday, we'll be at Guild Theatre for the Buffalo City Gospel Encounters with Ayanda Danzi and Dr. Doom. The Berlin November weekend ends. We then look forward to 2023, because in 2023 is our jubilee year. We'll be celebrating 10 years. We've got a series of events planned. We don't want it to be once off. We want the brand Berlin November to be on our ears, on our mouths, we watch it on TV, we come to its sister events throughout the year. So ndinikeza
Good morning, colleagues, and thank you so much for taking time out to be here to join in the sun of Intabozuku. I think he has covered quite a lot. You know, what I can just say is that we are extra excited because this year is a prequel to our 10-year anniversary. So anything that you see, we want it, some things that we are doing, we are starting, so that in 2023, we can bring here the real stuff. I can just make an example about the fun rides. Those fun rides, we want to double that size next year, because that's when we want to have more days here. And our sense is that to grow the tourism economy, you need to have more people staying in this area longer for a number of days. That's why we have this Berlin weekend proposition. So we're trying to talk to a number of event organizers so that we can say to people, let's push all our events during the Berlin November week. Now we've got the ICT summit taking place in East London. We want to see a number of those, so that as early as Monday, we could start having events taking place in East London, in Buffalo City. That's bringing more people to come here. So that's the thinking. And that thinking also adds in job creation and the supply of beds. You know, since COVID, we have lost about 30% of our beds in the city. But if you have more events taking place, you are able to gradually build the number of beds that we have. We have lost a number of restaurants. We want those restaurants to come back, and it is only through these events that we can achieve that. But I think as colleagues would remember that our slogan is Berlin November more than just a race. It is because we do not see ourselves as a horse race necessarily or only. We see ourselves as a driver of economic development. We are bringing in an event that is a mixture of, or a potpourri of a number of different elements. You know, from sport to heritage to fashion, creative arts, you know, all those coming in together. So we are saying now, with all this that we are doing, we want to create a platform for the local economy. We now want to see Mtanzani here. That's why we've got Mtombo's Palace. We want Mtombo's Palace to be Mtanzania's signature lounge, where people of Mtanzania know that in celebration of the life come Tombo, they can come to Berlin and also feel a sense of ownership. We have we've got about 8 private marquees that are coming up. So a lot of infrastructure. So it means locals are benefiting. We've got about 3 big stages, as you can see, that are coming up. We have got hundreds of service providers that are bringing a number of things. I mean, you look at the mobile toilets there, mobile fridges. All those people, we know that they get to benefit through this event. We've got companies that are going to be doing electrification here to make sure that by end of the day today, this place will be lighting up. So there's quite a lot of things, but most importantly, we've got the host owners who must be the direct beneficiaries. Over 500,000 of our investment is going to them to make sure that as they come here and showcase their skill, they get to benefit directly from the event in monetary terms. You'll remember that we converted what was initially a socio-cultural event, monetized it so that those people can benefit. Before we joined this type of, or this equestrian sport, these people used to have races where they would buy a sheep, and if you win, you get a sheep. So we have brought dignity back, but also we have brought a sense of appreciation for animal welfare. These people now know, they get taught, they get proper education in terms of handling these animals, because in the end, we cannot be using these horses without understanding that they are, okay, they must be treated humanly. You know, so it's important that we treat these as athletes. We're also proud to report that in just 9 years, we've been able in Berlin to develop a professional jockey who is now participating in Terfontein as a professional. So that is exactly what we wanted to do. Start something here that grows. We still want to have a female jockey, and soon we will be starting a program for 2023 to make sure that one of the jockeys that you will see racing here will be female and they will be local. So those are the things we want to develop, breeders from locally. You will see that we are developing a semi-permanent infrastructure so that next year there is not just one event taking place here. We want to have a proper Easter show. We'll give you the details later. We want to have another event in winter. We want to have another event in September before we get to the Berlin November. So we want in those to quantify the number of jobs that we would have created, the number of economic spin-offs that this event is adding. We also are urging the province to start developing a matrix that calculates the value that events like Berlin November bring to the city. If you notice, at the end of the Durban July, the city will already tell you that we have made about 300 million from people that came to the city. So we want the city to invest in that research, that infrastructure, that metrics, that must measure, so that it is not only us who says we are bringing so many people to this city and this is the economic spin-offs, without something measurable that we can share with the world. We are happy that we've got our sponsors here, Celsi and others. You know, it is through their contribution that we are able to do some of the small things we are doing here. We are able to employ the people that you see now. As we said, we've got over 60 local artists participating. We've got celebrities from the Eastern Cape, celebrities from other provinces that are coming here. We've got producers, we've got filmmakers that are coming here so that they can package this thing and sell it to the world. So we are excited that it looks like things are going well, and as you know, this marquee is already full, so tickets are no longer sold. That other one, tickets are also sold out. One marquee there is 75%, others are almost sold out. So the only tickets that will be available will be for that stage, the summer stage, the VIP and the general. And even those, we anticipate that by the end of 24 hours we'll be having problems. It is better to have a ticket because whilst we've got a free stage, getting in will be a bit tedious because of the numbers, you know. Everyone who enters the race course will have to be searched for weapons, for anything prohibited. So you must anticipate a lot of queues, especially on the free entrance side. So time of making things easy for people who are not paying has come to an end. So those who have tickets, will get express entrance. No cars that are not paying that will be allowed inside. Anyone who wants free service will park outside and walk in, and we'll give them the best DJs in that stage. They will not be allowed to move from those poles to this side. Only people that would have paid will be part of what will be happening here. I think I've explained all colleagues. I can take questions.
It's just one from my side. Just if you unostacisela mkhulu about i-communities zethu and i-Berlin November seyithengiswe kakhulu and abantu bafuna ukuza khona. So on which days or which part of i-Berlin November will be free to e-communities, and which part or which days or which part of i-Berlin November will be paying?
Okay. Friday is free for everyone. Saturday is also free on the free access side, but anyone passing that point towards this side, this area is a paid for area.
So what do you get? What do you get when you come for
free? You get entertainment. You get to be part of the food festival. The food festival will continue on Saturday as well.
So you're buying them?
Yes, then you watch horses for free.
Okay.
So you almost get it's just that you won't get Moet and Vev.
So the paying people will get all the...
They will get access to those things.
No.
Also, we're not planning to have bars for the public, just to manage it's vandalism. If we leave these poles, as you say, there's no cable here, So we must now put the cable and someone comes and help themselves on it, for free. So we need to make sure that we put the cables, remove them in the morning. So we are almost repeating the same thing, as it were. But with more education and more arrests, I think we'll be able to put an end to it.